Welcome to a Star Citizen guide video on how to max out your Drake Vulture's SCU cargo capacity, and after that I will show you my go-to Drake Vulture loadout using Urkel Games. Let's get into it. So once you've already filled the Drake Vulture once already with salvage, you should have already been down to the cargo hold, ejected the boxes and filled the cargo grid. You should have 12 on the cargo grid stacked 2 high and 1 left over, which you just push down the walkway right to the back against the back door. And then this time come down, start ejecting the boxes, and all we're going to do is slide them down the walkway, stacking them 2 high all the way to the back against the door. If you're not familiar with the tractor beam and how to use it, to adjust the position of the boxes you can hold R, use your mouse left, right, forwards and backwards to tip it in different directions, and you can also use the mouse scroll wheel to adjust the positions in a different axis. And just use this to position the boxes, move them around each other. It's a bit like Tetris, but you'll get the hang of it and it's not too much of a headache. So once you've filled the walkway level with the front of the 12 box on the cargo grid, we're going to put 1 box down in front, then we're going to grab another box and we're going to lift it up over that single box. And with a little bit of fiddling, you should be able to get it up over it. It can be a little bit of a pain, but you can do it. And we're going to slide that in front of the other single box so that this is now in the doorway effectively. And once that's in position, you should still be able to stand in front of it, hold F and press eject on the little screen to push the next box out. Now we're going to grab this one. And again, we're going to move it over, lift it up, and now we're going to push this against the last double stacked one in the walkway. Like that. And now we're going to grab the next one. We're going to bring that over and have that as a single in front of the original 12 on the cargo grid. Again, press eject, grab the next one. You should be able to lift it up. And now this one we're going to drag towards the door. And like I said earlier, if you need to adjust the angle of the box, hold R, use your mouse to turn it around, move it, to wiggle it through. And you might have to move the boxes a little bit to grab the next one. And again, we're going to lift this one up and on top of the last single box. And we should still be able to press eject, holding F and clicking on the screen. And that will push out the final box, which will then stay in front of the depot. Once that's done, head back up the ladder into the cockpit and go and fill your depot back up. Fill the depot right up to its maximum of 13 SCU. And you're done. You are full. Then it's time to head on back to a station or a city or wherever it is you're taking your salvage and just sit back and enjoy the view of the mighty Vulture. Once you arrive, you will have a rammed full Drake Vulture and it's time to get unloading. Once you've got all the boxes out of the cargo hold, go back to the screen and once again start ejecting the last 13 SCU, making sure you've got the auto eject enabled, and just simply pull them out as it pushes them out. And once that's all done, just double check that you've got all of the SCU out of the depot. And go and cash in for a nice bag. And as you can see, we have got 39 SCU boxes of salvage. Boom. There you go. Hope you found that helpful. It's more aimed at newer players, but maybe some veterans might not know you can do this either. So hope it's helpful. Let's check out the Drake Vulture loadout over on Urkel Games. Urkel's a great website. You can save different loadouts you want to mess around with. You can see which stats they're changing, what upgrades it's doing for you, and it'll also show you where you can collect the upgrades you're trying to obtain. With the cinch and the tractor beam arm, you can just leave that if you want. It's nice to have the cinch there if you need it. The cinch basically gathers more material, more efficiently kind of thing, but the abrade covers a bigger area and is much quicker. I like to use 2 abrades on one arm and the cinch and the tractor on the other arm. Next, we've got the shields. I like to swap my shields to the Targa competition shields. If I just reset this here, it's the bulwark that comes as standard with 5.5k HP, 222 regen and 19k on the EM. But if you swap to the Targas, you get 17.3k EM signature, 6.7 HP, 302 regen. It's good health, good regen, and again drops the EM signature a little bit, and I don't know how much difference that makes, but I like to do it. Next we got the quantum drive. I go with the Atlas. It's got a 4-second spool up and a 9-second cooldown timer, which is my sort of, it's what I go to when I'm looking at stats for quantums more than anything. It does drop the EM signature a little bit, and there isn't much difference between that and say the Zephyr, which is the stealth version, but the Atlas has got a much bigger range and it's got a quicker cooldown and spool up time, so I like to go with the Atlas. Next we're going to take a look at coolers. Now you don't really need to do the coolers, it comes standard with Thermax, which are pretty decent anyway. I like to swap mine to the competition Zero Rush. Drops the EM signature quite a bit. Again, I don't know how much difference that makes with a ship like the Vulture, but it's just something I like to do. Again, you don't have to do this, but yeah, I like to go to Zero Rush. Next, we're going to take a look at the power plants. Again, you don't really need to do this, I wouldn't say. I just like to do it. Comes as standard with Fortitudes, which gives you a good amount of power, really. But I like to swap them out again for competition power plants using the Star Heart. Just gives a bit of extra power should you need it, and yeah, I mean really it's just upgrading for upgrading's sake, I'll be honest. But it's up to you. If you want to do it you can, if you don't want to then you don't need to. But yeah, that is my go-to loadout for the Drake Vulture. Once you've finished sorting out your loadout, click on non-stock items to cart at the top right and then go to your cart, which is right at the top of the page, and you will see this little window appear which will show you all the stuff you've added. It'll also allow you to click the drop down box on the shop section where you can choose where you want to collect your items from. It will show you the prices and you can sort yourself out a route to go and collect everything. For some reason this added the cinch scraper module, but that is standard. I don't know why it's done that, but anyway, yeah, there you go. It shows all the prices, your total price and all that kind of thing. And yeah, that's my loadout for the Drake Vulture and how to max out the cargo capacity when salvaging. Hope you found the video helpful, guys. Again, it's aimed more at new players or people new to salvaging, but you know, maybe it's something veteran players might find useful also. But either way, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you're a newer player or you've got any questions, then feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will see if it's something I can help with or maybe do a video on, etc. And hopefully make some more helpful content for Star Citizen in the future. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the verse. Cheers.